This is our audio review summary of the book, Green Side Up, provided to you by Providence Trading Capital Partners, our little gift to you. So let's get on with the next part of it. All right, part one of Green Side Up by Ed LaFlamme. And this has 10 chapters in it. And it's called, the part one is called Your Business. So it goes through a lot of the legal, logistical things about setting up a business. And so I'll read through these. And the first one is called The Power of a Plan. This gets to what it means to build a business. And Ed, in this, talks about how he started his business in 1971 with basically, no money, and he just wasn't healthy. And he went out and started cutting grass, and he was 23 years old, if I remember well. And he'd just be on his mower and thinking about how great it was to be out there in, cutting grass and have the freedom. And then he started to realize, whoa, what happens if I get hurt? What happens if something happens to me? How do I keep this up? And so he realized that he needed to scale the business and try to get it away from being dependent upon himself. And he said he started then work through the plan to get there. And that, without a plan, your life is just going through a series of days. So, the success is not just a result of hard work. If it were, then there would be a lot of people that would be rich because everyone works hard. But it takes a plan to learn how to get there. And so that's what he's talking about. And we see this in the statistics and the studies that have gone on through, the tracked people out of college or universities, follow up with them 30 years later. And the ones with a plan that write down their goals and what their objectives are the ones that win. And so that's what it means about writing a detailed plan of what it is that is trying to be accomplished here. And the harsh reality of it is that without a plan, some people wind up having to give up. But most people get into this industry because they love being outdoors. They love the plants. They love the garden work. They love that type of activity. They're good at it. They know how to do it, and they enjoy it. And there's nothing wrong with giving up the business, as he said, because if you don't like that and you get tired of that. But it's a real shame if you have to give up that business because you can't make any money at it. So the question is, how do we make money? And that question is answered by, writing a plan, like a proper business plan. So there are many, that's nothing to be intimidated about, but because there are many very good pieces of software out there, ways to help it, videos, and how to figure out how to make a plan to develop a profitable business. Now, there's many great books, Your First Year in Landscaping, and there's a lot of great information in this book that we're going to get to. But as it said, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And so what Ed encourages here is that in writing a plan, if we're going to work in our business 99% of the time, we need to work on our business 1% of the time. At least, if we're going to be working 2,500 hours a year at this thing, we can at least take 8 hours to just do a little bit of planning. Take a day, take 2 days, take a little bit of time, take a little bit of time every week to work on your plan to see how it's going and track against it. So, as he says in the tips, set aside 1% of your time throughout the year to plan your business. And then get your calendar out right now and mark down the times and the days that you will begin to do your planning.